Ooh, check it out. We got some news. I think maybe you heard by now. Black Club Chicago reported that Mr. 33%, Dorval Carter, is announced his retirement. They say this was posted 47 minutes ago. They say that CTA boss Dorval Carter retires, sorry. It's the same thing, you know that, right? When they're doing that. Because that's what they do to us at the CTA. Those of us that are the workers that are close to retirement, we had this sister in our union, and she got the vaccine. She got 1 of 2 doses for the vaccine for COVID-19, and to keep her job. And she got severely ill, and the doctor said, I saw the note myself, the doctor said, do not take the second dose due to adverse reaction. And the CTA mismanagement wanted to fire her. So she, instead of getting fired or resigning, she had to accept retirement. So that's what's happening to Mr. 33%. What do you think? What do you think about that? Put your comments here that he's retiring. It comes as the agency has reeled in substantial federal funding, and after numerous Black Club Chicago investigations put a spotlight on how the system failed its riders and workforce. And that's very important, because people tend to think that these trains and buses, they maintain and operate themselves. They're like little cats, and they lick, they clean, bathe themselves and fix themselves. No, it takes people like me and you, CTA workers, to make this system move. And it seems that Mr. 33%, Dorval Carter, he got a 33% raise in 2020. He's been making big bucks ever since then, with a salary now just over $391,000 a year. City CTA President Dorval Carter said Monday he'll retire from the agency's top post, leaving an urgent task for his successor to overcome a $577 million budget shortfall and restore confidence in the city's transit system. What do y'all think of that? Dorval Carter's announcing his retirement. I think this is great news. I feel good about it, but I also know that those good feelings are transitory, and that is because they're just going to replace him with another dope in a suit, and they're going to pay probably that person $300,000 or $491,000 a year. And see, that's the problem. The way the CTA is run. The CTA is run by a board of directors that is appointed by the mayor and the governor. If they like you, if you donate a lot, they will put you on their board. Here we see Miguelito. About damn time now to see what Brandon Johnson puts in. Watch it be one of his Democratic minions. Oh, absolutely. The Democratic machine in Chicago is a well-oiled contraption of death and destruction. Just like Rauner and his Republican greedy bastards that turned the state of Illinois into a profit center, selling off jobs and departments for their buddies. All these politicians suck. All of them. The solution to the problem is not to appoint more people to elect a boss. The solution is for the people of the city include the workers at the CTA, to run the CTA. We know best how to run the CTA. We know best. You don't get some preacher, some real estate developer, some lawyer. They don't know a damn thing about operating or maintaining a bus or train, a station, nothing. They don't know how to schedule nothing. They don't know how to handle call-offs. They don't know how to gap trains and spread a terminal and deal with 1058s and 1054s and all kind of stuff. Dorval got out when the going gets tough. It's sad since they're seeing service cuts. That's right, Brother Martin. He jumped ship. He jumped ship with a $391,000 parachute. While you and me, Brother Martin, and Brother Miguel, got a 1.5% raise for January. I blew all of that money last night going out with my wife. In fact, I blew my whole 7.75% raise. I said, if I'm going to pretend that I got a nice, lavish 33% raise like Boss Dorval with a $391,000 salary, so I spent $391 on comic books. This is crazy. This is absolute crazy. They say the announcement comes days after the CTA secured $2 billion in federal funds before President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration to extend the Red Line south to 130th Street. His connections in Washington were one reason Carter survived years of criticism from leaders and officials and questions about how he's managed the system while transit riders dealt with inconsistent service, crime concerns, and dirty trains and buses. Well, I tell you one thing, I'm one union leader that has certainly lobbied plenty of criticisms of Mr. 33%. And my co-workers and fellow organizers in the Justice Coalition. We see Miguel $2 billion approved for Red Line extension, yet people moving the city stuck in the cold with no lounge, restroom, or see more. Or operator safety. Local union president next. Praise the Lord, Brother Miguel, for speaking the truth. And the people of Roseland and beyond deserve an extension. And $2 billion is a drop in the bucket compared to the billions upon billions upon billions of dollars that go to these corporate bloodsuckers of the poor that build weapons and mass destruction to obliterate people that you and I will never know in our entire lives, in places we will never travel to. And guess who? Guess what corporation is responsible for much of the sucking of our blood, of our tax revenue? It's Ventra. You know Ventra? Yeah, the Ventra. We got the poor bus operators and the CAs trying to collect fares. For who? For Ventra, which is owned by Cubic, which is owned by a weapons manufacturer. Yeah, so they're making us collect fares from people. Half the people can't afford it anyways, and we end up getting shot at, threatened, spat at, harassed, and all to feed these damn corporate bloodsuckers who steal our money. For what? For something that has nothing to do with us. But here we are. We have no paid sick leave. Dorval Carter's got sick leave. We have a 1.5% raise in January. Dorval Carter got $391,000 salary. Plus he's going to get a pension from the CTA. Plus he's going to get a pension from the FTA, where he used to work in Washington, D.C., under the Obama administration. $2 billion for a Red Line extension. That's a good thing. So we need $2 billion for a life extension for the CTA bus and rail workers, because our lives are being cut short by these horrible, terrible, disgusting working conditions. We have this thing where they punish us when we call off and get sick. And then when we come to work and we don't do a good job because we got a fever, upset stomach, or whatever, they write us up for poor work performance. We get written up if we don't come to work for getting sick, and then we get written up for coming to work and being sick. What about Dorval Carter? Now, he's going to retire now. He's being forced to retire. He's being fired. He's being fired. And we, the people, need to have every single one of these appointed slobs thrown out, and we need to change the way the CTA is run. The CTA board of directors must be popularly elected people who ride the system and work on the system. That's it. You have half of them are workers, half of them are riders. And if you ride, we're not talking about riding once a month. We're talking about people that ride every day. Miguel says, we want paid time off. That's right. It's a state law. The CTA is an outlaw. It's an outlaw company. And I'm a union rep speaking out and condemning it. And why in the world am I the only one? Why? Why am I the only one that goes public? What is it with Keith Hill and Penny McCoach, Mark Weems, Woodrow Elan, Michelle Townsend? What is it with these people that they can't go public and condemn our rotten, cheapskate employer for not giving us paid time off, or what's correctly called paid sick leave? It's a state law. At minimum, we should be getting 1 hour of sick leave for every 40 hours worked. That's the law. But no, for some reason, the CTA mismanagement doesn't have to follow the law. But I bet you Dorval Carter, if he doesn't get his pension, he's going to be upset. Because guess what? The pension is a law, and it's guaranteed to all CTA workers. And yeah, he counts as a CTA worker. Ain't never swept the train. Ain't never changed a tire. Ain't never changed a wheel assembly. He ain't never operated a train out of the yard with a layup, a put out. Nah, never flicked the switch, set a route in a tower. Nope. Never got the spike mall out there in 30-degree weather to go do some emergency track work. Nope. Never even mopped the station. Never even had to put up the sheets and figure out the schedules for the operators in the office. Nope. Just sits there and collects $391,000 a year and tells us, well, I think I'm going to retire. I left a big mess for you, and good luck. Adios. All right, thank you. Well, we're glad you're gone. Don't let the door hit you when you leave. Because we got a whole lot of CTA workers now with that crappy 1.5% raise that you shoved down our throats. They're about to be homeless. That's right, because the rent is going up $100, $200, $300, $400 a month. Where are they going to live? Well, at least they have a car, right? Well, they can live in their car. Maybe they'll just keep doing overtime and live at work. They've been doing it anyways, right? Yeah. The city of Chicago, it says, is grateful to President Dorval Carter for his decades of service with the Chicago Transit Authority, said Mayor Brandon Johnson. His leadership reimagined the movement of our city. His stewardship of the Red Line Extension Project is just one of the notable achievements in his historic career. Yeah, Dorval Carter, you sure did. You reimagined the movement of a public transit agency with a bunch of sick, broke workers. What a disaster. We got poverty time jobs, people in part-time jobs for 10 years, being blocked from promoting the full-time jobs, like the full-time temporary flagmen that are frozen. We got one of them, y'all didn't even let him get a full-time janitor job. You're crazy. You sure reimagine things. No paid sick leave. You just punish the people. Punish them and make them afraid and write them up. Oh, you missed the banana peel. I got you. I'm writing you up. You got one car servicer in charge of cleaning 4 cars on a train, sometimes 6, sometimes 8. How in the world are they going to keep that train clean? Get out of here. See you later, Dorval Carter. He's leaving the CTA to become president and CEO of St. Anthony Hospital on Chicago's west side, where he served on the hospital's board for more than a decade. My God! Now he's going to leave the CTA and he's going to go work at a hospital. He just put the whole freaking CTA workforce in the hospital. Fired us. Fired a whole bunch of us who didn't take the vaccine. Fired people who took the vaccine and got sick from it. Now he's going to be the president of a hospital. Will somebody please call St. Anthony Hospital and tell him, you better tear up that contract or whatever you signed with him, because I guarantee you he's going to go there and all the workers are going to be dead. They're probably going to have a bunch of part-time doctors there. Yeah. And make them have to work Uber. They're going to have to do Uber. They're going to have to do DoorDash. They have to, who knows? Maybe they'll have to prostitute themselves. Yeah. All kind of disgusting stuff goes on at the CTA because the poor workers aren't being paid enough. Sometimes, you know, when we pick a new location from across the town and we move up and we get to change our schedules and get a location closer to home, sometimes the cheap CTA mismanagement doesn't even want to send our check to our new work location. So we got to spend a couple hours a day to go down to the old work location to pick up a paycheck. What is this? He's going to go to a hospital. My God, may those poor people, may God spare them. This man, cold-blooded, talking about black on black crime to the highest level at the CTA, the Chicago Transit Authority, cheap transit authority. $391,000 salary. I wonder how much they're going to pay him at this hospital. How much? My God. He says, serving as president of this great agency has been an extraordinary privilege, and I am forever grateful for what has been the opportunity of a lifetime, Carter said. It has been an honor to work on behalf of CTA customers and to advance our mission in the city I love so dearly. Well, you know, these customers are running away, man. Where are these customers that you're so grateful for? Because I can't find them. All I find in our trains and buses is a damn shooting gallery, free-for-all, robbery, drug dens, all day and all night. 8 cars on the red line, 8 cars on the blue line. For what? And you make the poor operators and servicers have to dodge bullets. We had somebody went on a blue line train and massacred 4 homeless people. Everybody's vulnerable on these trains. And you're running 8 cars all day, all night with a 1-person train operation. What the hell is wrong with you people? When I grew up in Chicago, whenever you had to ride the train at night, and you could take a train on any line, they called owl service. Any train. It was 2 cars, maybe 4 cars at the most, but it was 2 cars and it was 2 people. It was an operator, a motorman, and a conductor. And ever since you got that sellout, may he burn in hell, Jerry Williams, to 3-term president, y'all loved him so much, you gave him a manager job, and you're probably going to name a terminal after him. And he killed the conductor. He killed 2-person crews. And riders have been running away ever since. And you think now you have 8 cars all day, all night? What the hell is wrong with you people? Now we're out here cleaning, mopping, sweeping, repairing these trains that nobody's riding. Nobody except poor people with nothing to lose. Poor people with no homes. Nothing. Got nothing. Never will have nothing. And that's why they take out their aggression on us, the the poor CTA workers. And after they come on our trains and bring all the sickness on there because they don't have any health care, so what are they going to do? They have no home. What are they going to do? They go on our trains and buses. And then we catch it. And then we bring it home to our families and our communities. And then when we call off sick, you write us up. Alexander, you already know CTA will sweet talk Mayor Johnson into placing a CTA mismanager as president. Amen, brother. And that's why we, the workers, got to stand up. We got to speak up. We got to talk to media. Don't listen to what Penny and Cassie Collins and Keith Hill and all them boss-loving, boot-licking traitors tell you. You can talk to the media, but just do it when you're off the clock, man. Don't be on a bus. Don't be on a train, hey, man, I want to just say, nah, man, wait till you're off the clock, like I am, and then speak up. Talk to the media. Tell them what it's like to work here. Tell them what the torture is like. Tell them about the managers that make deals on the side, and then they threaten you if you write a grievance after they violate you. Tell them. Tell the media. Tell the riders what's going on. Let's organize protests. Let's organize petitions. Let's organize meetings where we can decide how we want to act and use our power to get our way as far as getting safety, getting proper working conditions, prevailing wages for us. Because these poor riders, they not coming back, man. They running. They're fleeing. They say, my God, Dorval Carter, what a mess he left. Now he's going to go to St. Anthony Hospital and destroy that place too. I mean, this man has no apologies. He has no morals, no honor to say, look, man, I'm sorry I let y'all down. I'm sorry the system is a mess. I'm sorry I did this. Now, he'll never say he's sorry because he's working according to a plan. And he's part of a massive plan. It's happening all over the globe. And it's called disaster capitalism. They make profits. They make comfortable lives for themselves and their rich friends by destroying the public sector. That's what they're doing. They're destroying our public transit system because they're getting ready to sell it. They're going to sell it to the highest bidder. And they've already started. It's already happening. And the pandemic broke it open. Yeah. But as the pandemic funds run out, the agency faces enormous fiscal challenges. It has also struggled to deliver basic service in recent years. The CTA has grappled with a sharp decline in ridership as customers grew frustrated by elevated crime on the trains and buses that are frequently late if they show up at all. And see, now you know this isn't happening because of us, because of the CTA workers. This is happening because of the working conditions. The working conditions. When you treat the workers like crap, when you treat us like slaves, when you disrespect us and you violate us and bust our unions, break our unions, you're going to have late trains. You're going to have crime all over the place. And all of this has happened while there's been a rebound in its peers in other major cities. Carter's $391, $108 annual salary placed him as one of the highest paid city employees as of July. What did he do? The next CTA president, you deserve what the average is of all the CTA employees. That's what you deserve. And the rest of the money that we save, we're going to give that money to the CTA workers. Mayor Brandon Johnson, I speak as a representative elected by CTA workers. And I'm humbly warning you that the Chicago Transit Authority, public transportation in this city, will continue to fail as long as the workers continue to be abused. As long as workers at the CTA live in poverty. As long as the workers at the CTA deal with homelessness, as long as we continue to live and work without paid sick leave, as long as we continue to work without the proper tools and equipment, as long as we continue to work under hostility and union-busting, law-breaking, criminal, murderous CTA mismanagers, the system of public transportation in Chicago will continue to fail. If you want to know how to fix the CTA, give me a call, and I'll organize the CTA workers, bus and rail, who are willing to come and tell you what they want. Because they certainly tell me, but I'm one man. Ain't nobody gonna listen to me. But I think you need to listen to the workers. Because one day, these people that I work with, they're gonna stop working. And it's not because I called them and told them to do it. They want to do it. And this is what they tell me. And I'm telling them, well, if that's what you want, you gotta organize it and make it happen in your membership meetings. But for now, what you need to do is let the world know what you're going through. So call the mayor, call the media, organize protests and speak up, do some Facebook Lives and TikTok and whatnot. But these people can't take it. They're dying out here. Mayor Brandon Johnson, Governor Pritzker. My coworkers are literally being killed by their job. Our health insurance is extremely expensive. Our health insurance provider, Cigna, makes it hard for us to even do our basic checkup. They want to charge us all kind of fees, the first time fee to see a doctor, first time this, all this kind of stuff that ain't in anything in writing. They just throw it in there. And then we got to deal with it. Huge deductibles. We just don't even see a doctor now because you can't afford it. We're working overtime, Mayor Johnson, just to pay the bills, man. We got young people with families and children. They got a couple babies and a house with a mortgage. And they're getting decent pay. But 50% of their pay is gone. So they're in all these deductions. So you got to understand, a 1.5% raise ain't doing nothing for us. Nothing. And giving these President Carter and all these CTA mismanagers these big salaries ain't going to make a damn thing better. You know why? Because you get a new guy in, like we got a vice president of maintenance right now. His solution to the problems for the problems in the maintenance side is what? To cut the overtime. What a dope. You see, the CTA runs on overtime. And it's wrong. The CTA should have enough people hired so that everything is covered. But it's cheaper to do it that way. Because then you don't have to hire the people. Don't have to pay the pension. Don't have to pay into the benefits. Because you just give overtime and keep the wages low. And that's what they're doing. Like in my department, I repair trains, me and my co-workers. But we don't get the prevailing wage of all other mechanics that work, all other who specialize in different parts of the train. We work on all the parts of the train. You got the trackmen out here. They don't even get 100% of the pay that we get. If they out there, they actually inspect the trains and they find the cracked rails and all the split ties and everything. And they replace that stuff by hand. Yeah. Block Club also reported, and listen to this, in April, Block Club reported how veteran bus driver Auntie Alliance suffered a medical emergency behind the wheel and was left unchecked by the CTA's 24-hour control center for nearly an hour before paramedics entered her bus. She died that night. And she's not the only one. I know a couple workers that died on the job too. Died working overtime, died, no dental. Yeah, we got CTA workers with no dental. Can you imagine that? You working on the front line as a customer assistant, working as a car servicer, a bus operator, well, bus operators are full-time now, but let's just deal with the part-time. You a flagman, and you got messed up teeth because you can't go to a dentist. You can't afford a dentist because you get no dental benefits at the CTA. Yeah. So we're dying at the CTA. Black Club also reported that the governing body of the CTA served as a rubber stamp for Carter and rarely questioned his leadership during most of its challenging time, while allowing Carter's salary to swell by 60% in his 8 years at the helm. Man, my salary didn't swell, it contracted by 60% because of the cost of living. Me and my coworkers, we didn't have a swelling of our pay. We had a contraction, man. Last year, Black Club first reported that Carter and many of his executives rarely rode the system that they were tasked to run. Oh yeah, they not riding them trains and buses because they know what's up. They might get shot. They might get robbed. They may come home with lice or bed bugs. Yeah. Frustrated riders organized a call for leadership changes, developing systems to track unreliability of trains and holding protests outside of CTA headquarters. I don't know why you don't say nothing about the workers. Black Club Chicago. Who wrote this? Come on, Mack, Lederman, Manny Ramos. You act like we don't speak up, man. Today marks a historic and long overdue change at the CTA. A spokesman for the advocacy group, Commuters Take Action, said in a statement. Commuters Take Action sees a new hope for Chicago transit. Change will not happen overnight. We're ready to see a transit agency delivers frequent and reliable service. Well, you ain't gonna see it. I'm sorry. Commuters Take Action. You ain't gonna see it. You wish it. What we need is for the CTA to treat the employees with respect and dignity. Yeah. Stop violating our contract. From Article 1 to Article 17, the CTA mismanagement takes our contract and cleans their toilet in their dirty butt with it. You're not going to have reliable service, dear riders, as long as we are treated like crap. As long as we are punished for getting sick. As long as we have our unions busted and infiltrated by CTA mismanagement, turning our union leadership against the membership of our union. We also hope the next president works with organizations like ours and engages with communities they serve, especially by riding the CTA regularly. Work with the workers. Commuters Take Action and other groups, work with us. My number is 779-456-6460. I'm an elected union official in Amalgamated Transit Union, Local 308. My president won't talk to you, but I'll talk to you. Because the members know I work for them. So those of you who appreciate my service in the CTA workforce, understand that you can count on me for speaking for you if you want me to. But I would prefer that you would speak up too, and I could stand by you. The article goes on about him being an embattled leader. To check it out, I'm gonna make sure I call Mack Lederman and say, yo man, you need to talk to some workers. You need to talk to the union, because the union leadership we have now ain't gonna talk. They're gonna say, well, yeah, Mr. Dorval Carter, he's a great partner. Yes, he was a great partner. They're probably crying. They act like they're tough with him, but they're not. They do whatever he and the lawyer says. Whatever he and the CTA Lie Department say, they're like, okay. Fiscal cleft. Yeah. You know what? I'm so sick and tired of this. Every freaking contract is the same. Ah, we don't have the money. Now's not the time. Now's not the time. We don't have the money. We don't have the money. We don't have the money. We always have money. There's always money. Lots of money. Plenty of money for these corporate billionaire bloodsuckers and warmongers. Plenty of money for them. But no money for us, right? I mean, no money for the CTA workers, the school teachers, the garbage truck people. Nothing. Just talk. Poor firefighters in Chicago, they got these trucks that are like rusting through and taped together with zip ties and stuff. I mean, it's just insane, man. Don't tell me there's a fiscal cliff. They love the fiscal. They make the fiscal cliff, y'all. Y'all keep falling for this fiscal cliff. I hope you enjoyed this rant, and I hope that you're happy like I am that Dorval Carter is gone or going. I don't know. I don't know when is it effective. I know he's going to go to that hospital and oh my God, them poor people. You people at St. Anthony Hospital, man, you better. I hope y'all got a union there, a good union, because you in for hell with this guy. So it doesn't say when he's going to leave the CTA. So what I say we do, we maybe have a protest outside CTA headquarters when he has his retirement party. How's that? All right. Have a great day. Hey, congratulations, everybody. We survived. Let's get ready for the next dope in a suit.